Hello guys and girls, welcome back to another video. Today we're checking out the Harley Benton ST-62. Let's go! So welcome back to another video. Today we're checking out this cool guitar. I have some of you requested in the comments and I was already planning on reviewing this, so I pulled the trigger and here it is. It's a very cool guitar, but let me get to the specs first. So, it's a basswood body, it has a vintage caramelized maple neck with a lower fretboard, it has a C neck profile, 12-inch radius, 22 frets, 648mm scale length, a 42mm nut width, it has a double action truss rod, it comes with 3 Roswell STA Alnico 5 vintage single coils, 1 volume and 2 tone controls, a 5-way toggle switch, it has these vintage style tuners, and it comes from factory with 10 to 46 strings. This particular color is the black high gloss. It's really well done, I have to be honest. Sometimes blacks can be a little tricky to pull off, but this is really nice. Out of the box, it feels really good. And yeah, it's a little bit dry. The fretboard is a little bit dry, but it looks well done. There are no sharp frets, and I couldn't find any dead frets. Out of the box, the action is a little bit high for my taste, but playable, totally playable. Some players prefer it this way. The setup out of the box is really nice, but I will tell you later what I think. Right now, let's check how it sounds. So pretty cool, right? I think out of the box, for the price, it's a really well-rounded guitar if you're searching for a Strat style, vintage Strat style guitar. It has everything that you may want from such an instrument, and the caramelized neck supposedly will make it more stable. I can't test it right now, but out of the box, I didn't have to adjust the truss rod at all, and it comes from Germany. So considering that that's a big trip to where I live, where there is a high humidity rate, and sometimes guitars don't really like that. But yeah, this one is pretty stable, so maybe that's due to the caramelized maple, who knows. But anyway, it looks cool also. It doesn't look really that vintage, actually. The name implies vintage, but you know, they didn't used to do that back in the 60s. But whatever, I think it looks nice, and yeah, it's a bonus as far as the instrument go. The finish on the back of the neck is satin, so it's really easy to play even if you have sweaty hands, and I kind of do. As I said, the frets are very well done. There are no sharp frets. There are no that maybe this first fret a little bit, but you really have to search for issues on this guitar. The pickups are okay. They sound kind of Stratty-like. I think overall I prefer this guitar to the Squier debut series from Amazon. Considering the price is pretty similar, I will prefer this one. The hardware seems to be a little bit better. The finish, especially, I didn't really like the finish on the guitar. If you do, and if you have it, it's cool. It's a good guitar, but out of the box, I think it needed more, especially in the pickups department. The pickups were really, I don't know, weak to my ears. Usually, Squiers are better in the 400 euros range. The really entry-level stuff is pretty bad, and I know that because I have my first guitar was a Squier Bullet Strat, so I really know what I'm talking about. And yeah, this one is much better. The frets are much better. There are no dead frets. The tuners, oh, the tuners are really much better than the Squier ones. Even though Squier right now is much better than it used to be, but I've played many Squiers, including the debut series, and I think that for the price, Harley Benton does a lot better in this rayon, and especially the pickups. Usually it's the first thing that I will say, replace the pickups. Usually they are the weakest part along with the tuners, but in this guitar I think that I couldn't find them. They are not particularly inspiring. Of course it doesn't sound just like my Fender American Strat, but those pickups alone are kind of like 300 euros if you buy them separately. So for the price, I mean, they sound like a Strat, especially the in-between positions, which usually can be hit or miss with really inexpensive guitar, and especially the bridge pickup, which sometimes can be, you know, dead. Either it's too harsh or too weak, and you have to raise it, and then it just doesn't sound as it should. In this guitar, it sounds balanced with the other pickups, which is already a bonus, and overall it sounds good. You can use it even in the cleans, which is something that not many Strats can pull off, because many times it's, you know, too harsh, with too much high end, too piercing, and if you don't compress it a little bit with, for example, distortion, even if it's a little overdrive, it tends to be harsh. But this one sounds good. So overall, I have to say I'm really impressed with this guitar. For 150 euros, you won't get, I think, anything better for this price. It doesn't need updates out of the box, I think. You can totally take this guitar to a gig, the next day it arrives. I would love to see a little bit more, for example, the selector is a little bit stiff, which can be useful, because I know some people hate when you flick it by accident, but I find it a little bit too stiff in this guitar. I think it's a little bit hard to change in between songs, but I may get used to that in a week, or maybe less. But yeah, overall, it's a good guitar, it looks good, it sounds good. The most important thing is that you have the instrument that doesn't get in the way, and this doesn't get in the way. It doesn't have any flaw that will, you know, hamper your playing. So this is it for today. Let me know in the comments what you think. Subscribe if you want to support me. If you want to support me even more, I have a Patreon right now. You can find it in the description. Sub, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!